The guys are texting me like crazy because we're going out tonight.
Yeah, we're going out.
We're gonna go party.
Yeah,
like it's 2005, and Zoe 101 just released.
Yeah, and the first Fantastic Four movie has been out in theaters for like I think a couple months now.
Yeah, in 2005. I don't know. That's your wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'm guessing. By the way, hi guys. It's been 7 months. Feel like we should address that.
It has been 7 months. And
yeah.
It is obvious.
7 months as of September 22nd, 2024.
I'll say it is very, very obvious. I was off my game. I didn't charge any of the microphones, so we're just using this one.
Yeah.
Which is probably terrible. The audio is probably awful. I don't even want to talk about it. But I figured, whatever, just deal with it. Suck it up.
Yeah.
I don't have time for your bullshit right now.
Yeah. I just don't like people, but that's the perks of being an introvert.
We've been doing various things. I think mainly the reason it took so long was job reasons.
Yeah.
I know I got a new job, you got a new job, and then I got a new job in between you getting a new job as well.
Yeah, I started my new place when we started, but after our last episode 7 months ago.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And I was still working at the tree company, which didn't go under, but made some cutbacks, so I no longer worked with them. Still on great terms with them. Then I worked for a landscape company. Not a good place for me personally. We live. I'm going to talk about it in a minute, Vilma. We live in Maryland, as you know. I feel like we've made that pretty obvious.
Yeah,
if not,
much.
If you watch Aloe and Cal, you know we've talked about we live in Maryland for a long time.
I live also in Maryland. I don't live with him. I don't live with him this time, but yeah, I also live in Maryland.
And I was working for this place, and they sent me to go do lawn work down by Inner Harbor, Baltimore, which, if you haven't been there, is your very stereotypical bumper-to-bumper city. And I have to operate not only a trailer, but a large Ford Transit 250, I think, is what it was, which is just a large storage van. So I got to maneuver this through traffic. I'm parking like 6 blocks away, and all of my equipment is not working. I try to call to tell them, hey, I need you to come replace this or fix this. And they basically tell me I'm too far away and that I better just figure it out. So long story short, disagreement between me and the management left me to be like, fuck it, I'm done. I quit. So that was making a long story short. He knows the full story.
Yeah, I know the full lore. That's like a video on its own if you ever wanted to make it.
I was wondering where this shit was. Why is it brown? Sorry, I found my Stone Cold Steve Austin bottle opener.
That's a bottle. I can see it now. Yeah, it's a bottle opener.
And it's not only dirty, but it's down here, which it shouldn't be. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've done any filming stuff.
Yeah.
But we're back at it.
Yeah. We got some plans. Maybe not full time, but we got some plans.
Full on, I'll say. Full on. We're back full on.
Yeah. Because we also finally have free time.
That's really important. I got a new phone, which is nice. 5:35. God. He got here at 4:30. So it took us an hour to actually get started.
Yeah.
It used to only take us like 5-10 minutes.
Well, again, because when we first started, I was living with you for like a week.
And I just had shit set up. But it's weird how much happened in such a short period of time. It made 7 months feel like 7 years. So
yeah.
That's why it took so long. But anyway, that's all. That's it. That's what's up.
Yeah. I started a new job. It's all right, I guess. I mean, I've only had the...
How long ago was 7 months ago? Was that January?
Yeah, I believe
25th?
so.
Shit. So, I turned 21 in the break. I am now legal.
Allowed to drink.
Yeah.
I, as of September 22nd of 2024, I legally cannot drink. Not until November.
You still got about a month or two.
A little under a month.
That's 2 months.
A little under 2 months.
20th, right?
Yeah.
And today is the 22nd. So.
Yeah, I also had to go to court
Oh, that's a shit show.
Yeah, I don't think I can legally say anything on camera. I'm being safe, so I will not mention anything yet until after everything.
I'll legally say it's some bullshit though. As another party.
Yeah. I also got my car totaled. Yeah, that was that was kind of fun.
That's part of the bullshit.
Yeah, that's what the court case also kind of involves. But legally, I don't know if there's even a legal thing.
Doesn't matter. I'm not going to get involved.
I mean, like just kind of playing it safe. I'm not going to legally say what happened until probably after the case. I got a couple new comics. I don't know if the camera can see it, but I got this Wildcats book, and I also got this Gen 13 book.
God damn, dude! What'd you do to your arm? You seen that? What the god damn?
It's even funny because I think I do it this one. Hold on, wait.
Oh! Oh God! Did you hear that? Hey Solomon, you're on camera right now. I don't know if that's okay. We can edit out if not. But what's up?
No, me, no different. I have deadline questions for you, but if you're recording, I can get them waiting.
It's up to it. Doesn't. I don't matter. I'm just disgusted because Jameson just fucking broke his elbow.
Oh.
I didn't break it. All I did was crack it. I mean, it's not
disgusting, dude.
I think it's fucking hilarious seeing everyone else's reaction.
Dude puts his arm straight out and goes, and now it's bending the opposite way.
Oh.
So
yeah, very interesting. You missed out. You missed out on a lot.
Jesus.
You can pay for that in the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a video of him. I might. I know there's one on the internet, but it's not on my Aloe stuff. But I think I've covered it on Aloe stuff. Good dude. I've been friends with him since 7th grade, which is almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was. So where were we? Oh yeah, I broke my arm.
Yeah, broke his elbow. It was disgusting.
I hope you guys heard it, but I know you guys fucking saw it.
That shit was nasty, dude.
It was hilarious.
That was disgusting. I can't even. I mean, I can crack my knuckles, but I don't.
Fuck. Okay, I can do it now. There we go.
Same.
So yeah, where were we? Oh yeah, I got Gen 13. It's like the most 90s thing I've ever read. I've also seen the animated movie that Disney, I think, made in-house. And this is around when Warner Brothers owned DC. And side thing, if you guys don't know about any comic books, Wildcats and Gen 13 were both part of this like little side publication that DC was doing called Wildstorm, which is made by a guy named Jim Lee, where I have no idea if you know him. But he's like a writer and I believe an artist who's most famous for doing a lot of X-Men. So then he literally left there, did the original 90s series to this, and then did that. And yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And yeah, there was a movie made. It's never been officially released because, again, Disney, I believe, made it in-house. And legally, they never released it because they didn't want Warner Bros. To make money. But you can find it online. Maybe we'll put the movie in the description somewhere.
Beats the hell out of me.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good movie. Maybe we'll watch it after we're done everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not, though. I want to get back into swinging things. I've been very off the thing because I noticed a big pattern I have, and I actually plan on doing a video, but I might talk about it a little bit here. I think I've talked about it before. Is and we both have this, but I know mine. I wouldn't say is more recent, but is more, I don't know, fresh for me, I guess, in the sort of mental health thing, which in general is overplayed and overused. But I've had troubles with my brain. I don't think I've been super secretive about it. No. I don't talk about it a lot, not because I'm ashamed of it, but I don't want to come across as one of those people that's like, oh, I'm depressed. I can't put on my shoes or whatever. But like, we've all struggled, and mine usually came right after I graduated. Life came in like Mike Tyson was like, bah. And I've noticed that this is a joke that me and my girlfriend have. When I'm super depressed, I'm very productive because I have so much energy that usually goes towards being fucking miserable, and I don't want to be miserable, so I put it towards videos and sorry, notifications came up. Videos and various creative works. And when I'm not, I'm usually just enjoying life. I'm just like out and about doing fuck all. And then that's when I take those long breaks.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'll if you noticed a lot on my YouTube channel, I have a period where like for a month or two, I'll just be like boom, 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 boom. Like every week I got something. And then it will be like 3-4 months where I got nothing. And that's usually because in those 3-4 months, my life is going pretty smoothly and I'm just kind of living moment to moment. But I'm trying to get out of that. I'm trying to just be making stuff all the time. It's just when I'm happy, I'm just like, well, why am I going to sit down and work on a computer when like I could go just be living?
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm trying to get back into it. And why a lot of times I'll say, oh, I'm going to get it. I'm going to release this. I'm going to do that. And then I just don't. Just because I want to. I just usually don't. But I'm forcing myself. I don't know if you're the same way.
Yeah, it really depends. Sometimes I force myself to do shit. Sometimes I just want to sit down and just, yeah.
But yeah, dude, that's not even, I had another mishap. And this one I haven't said this yet because I have a stand-up routine where I talk about it. Have I told you the story about when the cops came?
Here?
Yeah.
No.
Did I not? Oh,
no, you
God,
never did.
So, life was doing its thing. It was getting kind of rough, and I was still pretty fresh out. So I still had a little bit of, you know, brain problems. But I don't, oh, by the way, if you hear anything, the game's on, so my parents are enjoying the game. But
the Ravens playing today, or
yeah,
that explains a lot now.
Yeah, so
that was probably a rough game last week. Yeah. I know it was rough at work. I'll probably explain where I work later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll try to make this quick because I feel like now we're moving towards football, which I don't really watch, but sue me. But I'll make this quick. So I was at home and I felt myself sort of getting really amped up, very impulsive. Sometimes when I do that, I almost need someone to kind of like distract me. Like, all right, let's go do this. But nobody was home. I was home alone.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, what do I do? And I remember called my therapist. She was with somebody. She's like, I can't be with you right now. I'll get you like 20 minutes. It's like, okay. My parents were at work, so I couldn't call them. And my friends at work couldn't call them. So I was kind of like, oh shit. And you and I, we were friends, but we weren't like hanging out as often.
We weren't like this.
Yeah. So I couldn't like call you. And I was just kind of like, all right, man, like I really need someone to distract me, but I got nothing. And I know that the suicide hotline, they advertise a lot. Like, you know, if you just need someone to talk to, then you can call them.
Yeah. So
I was like, all right, I'm not feeling suicidal, but I'm feeling really impulsive. And sometimes when I get impulsive, I do something dumb, and then when I do something dumb, I'm like, oh, and I'm beating myself up. And, you know, I didn't want it to lead to anything. So I was like, I'll call them, they'll get me distracted, and then I can go, you know, make a video or make a thing or whatever. And I called them up, and this lady, she's trying to talk to me. And I don't know if you've ever been around me when I get like that, but sometimes it sounds like I'm speaking like, you remember Twitchy from Hoodwinked, the little squirrel?
Yes, weirdly enough. It's been so long, but that's the one thing I remember from that movie.
Yeah. And so I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. And she left me, but and she's just like, what the fuck? So she's just like, you know, she's asking me important these questions. And at one point, I guess because I was so hyped up, like there must have been some sort of miscommunication where she thought I said that I was home alone and that I was going to, you know,
off yourself. Right?
Yeah. Like harm myself. So she called the local police department to basically send someone to check on me.
Like, your parents do a wellness check?
Yeah, just basically make sure I'm not. And so she's like, you know, I'm calling, I'm talking. And then at one point she's like, okay, yeah, well, the police are on their way. And I remember being like, wait, what? Like, hold up, when did that happen? When do we need police? And I'm not mad at her. She was just doing her job. But so they come in, and I guess maybe they heard that somebody was worked up and suicidal, so they kind of just let themselves in to my house.
But did they break down the door?
No, they didn't break down the door. They were unlocked, but they kind of entered through the garage and through the front door. And I was a little like, I don't know if you know this about me, but cops scare me. I know it's dumb.
It's not. They scare the fuck. Remember, I was pulled over I don't think I can legally say this, but yeah, I was pulled over.
And so
And there was also a cop at the accident that I had. I can probably legally say that. But yeah, there was a cop where I was at, and I was like fucking scared shitless.
Dude,
But yeah.
even when I'm not doing anything illegal, I don't know what it is. I see their belts and I was like, oh fuck, like oh shit, oh god. Like, so they're just not doing anything wrong. They're just asking questions like, how you doing? And I'm so like scared and caught off guard that I'm not saying anything. I'm just like, So they see this and they're like, all right, well, I not on good conscience can leave this dude by himself if we know he's suicidal. So they tell me to put on some shoes and to come with them. I didn't have my phone or my keys or my wallet. And I just slipped on like my workout shoes and they put me in the back of the cop car and drive me to the hospital, to the local hospital.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm just like, what? Like it's happening so fast. God bless the cop. He was like any music? And I was just sitting in the back like, what the fuck do you want me to say to that? Yeah, I like music. Yeah, let's put on some fucking Lil Uzi Vert or whatever. Like, no, I'm just like, I don't know. So he puts on some Fleetwood Mac, which cracks me up. So I'm on my way to the hospital and tell me lies, tell me some little lies. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? They get me into the ER and I'm having like flashes. I'm like, oh shit, here we go again. So they're searching me for weapons. They tell me to change it to a gown. They put me in a hospital room. They say, we'll get someone with you in a second. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm sitting there. I'm in there for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Like time's going by. And I don't have my phone. So my parents get home and they're like, where the fuck is he? Like his phone's here, his keys here, his wallet. Like,
they probably thought you were kidnapped.
Yeah, they were like, what the hell is happening? So they're like calling my friends, like, is he with you? He was like, what's going on? And I'm gonna check the camera. Make sure it's on.
Yeah, I'll keep you guys entertained. Yeah, I can't keep them entertained, man. What do I do?
All right, we're good.
Okay, cool. Now is your little intermission.
So anyway, yeah, they're wondering like where the fuck I am. They're running all around. They called Calvin, who was working at the dollar store at the time. He's like, I just got off. I'll come help you look. And they like can't find me. Like, what the hell? Finally, this lady comes in, this like doctor. She's like, hey, how's it going? And I remember her from last time, and I was like, at some point, our wires got crossed. I don't know what's happening. I'm not depressed. I'm not suicidal. I was just impulsive, and I wanted to do this, and suddenly, like, everything happened so fast, and I'm here. And she was almost instant, like, okay, let me take care of some things. We'll get you out of here as fast as possible. And I was like, thank you. My parents don't even know where I am right now. Like they just told everything happened so fast. So she comes back in. The nurse gives me her phone to call my parents, tell them I'm okay. And then they're going to basically bring in my clothes and I can leave. But I got to have a ride first. They're just going to let me.
Yeah.
So I call my dad and he goes, hi, this is John. I was like, Dad, I have had the craziest day and I just need you. I'm at the ER. I'll explain when you get here. I just need you to come get me. And so he comes. I explained him this whole thing. He's like, shit. So we finally go home and I think we just ended up like playing video games and eating tacos or something. But I just remember being like, look, dude, I was just feeling upset and impulsive. I didn't need to call someone. And at some point, it just like dominoes, dude.
It was like the most butterfly effect type shit.
Dude, and it was so funny because I don't think anybody did anything wrong. They were just doing their jobs.
Yeah.
But it was just so like, I remember seeing the hospital, seeing people who like, and I was in like ER, like emergency room. So like I was seeing people get wheeled in like, with like knives in their legs and like car accidents, all this crazy shit. And people dying of like the flu or something. Mm-hmm. And here I am perfectly fine, just taking up space in a room. And I'm just like, gosh, I want to go home. Like, I'm fine. I was worked up. So that's just a little piece of mine.
Yeah, it's a little bit of Aloe lore. Aloe lore, as I like to call it.
That was just like, what the fuck? And like, again, nobody did anything wrong. I just was like, it happened so fast. And we laugh about it now, but I remember at the time just being so like, what is happening? Like, what is going on?
Yeah. I have some lore of my own that I could share, but half of it is entangled in some legal shit, so I don't think legally I can say anything yet.
Makes you sound like Chief Keef. Remember when he was on the Breakfast Club and they're like, is it true you did such and such? He goes, my lawyer said I can't talk about that.
Or there's the Breakfast Club movie, right?
No, there's a fucking like radio show called The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I don't know about the Breakfast Club radio show. I've seen the movie though.
The movie's alright.
It's good.
The movie's alright.
It's alright. Speaking of movies, we figured now could be a good time that we could do a mini review of Deadpool and Wolverine.
I guess, yeah, we could talk. We watched that.
Couple months. We saw that like not even opening night. We saw it like the day before opening night. Because
It's true.
So yeah, funny story about that. So when I was getting the tickets, I was like, oh cool, opening night. I think it opened on the 16th of July. I have to say that. So for all context, the movie came out
20 something, 26th was when it came out. So we saw it on the 25th.
So hold on, let's see. When did Deadpool and Wolverine first release in theaters? July 26th
United States of America, Deadpool and Wolverine came out on July 26th.
So July 26th. We saw it on the 25th. This is like for that
At
context.
like 10 p.m. or some shit.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah, that's a whole nother fucking part, but we'll get there. So I was getting tickets. I'm like, all right, cool. 26th. Awesome. We're going to see it opening night. And we got the very last showing because that way I could work my shift at my job.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm a cook at a place called Island Green.
He makes some banging ass burgers.
Yeah, I make some really fucking good burgers. If any of you are nearby at Island Green, go in and eat. This video's not sponsored, by the way. We're not sponsored by them yet. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We could get sponsored by them if we get enough traction. But yeah, if you're ever in the area, go to Island Green. Golf. Do stuff. Order food. Yeah, so anyway, I got the tickets, and then, all was fine and good. We're going to see on 26th at the very last showing.
Yeah.
All was fine. Maybe a couple weeks later, I'm like, yeah, Dad, make sure you get it. So, by the way, I work with my dad at this job also. So, I'm like, hey, make sure we get off on this specific day. Yeah, I'll make sure we're off on the 25th. The 25th? Fuck you mean the 25th?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the tickets for the 25th. No, I didn't. I got them on the 26th. I go in. He actually looks up the tickets. I find out, oh, we're seeing it the day before it even releases. Yeah. So, yeah. And then the day comes.
And I was still under the impression it was 26th. Till like the week before.
Yeah, because I think, but it was, I literally told you about this when I had my accident. I called you and I was like, yeah, look, some fucked up shit just happened, man.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Deadpool, we're going on 25th, not 26th.
Yeah.
You just got in a fucking car accident. Why are you who gives a shit about the tickets? Are you okay? 26th.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Yeah, the car is fucked.
The car's fucked, but like, you, me, Deadpool, Wolverine, 25th, 10 p.m. Good? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, it really crossed my mind. Oh, yeah, I probably should tell you this before I forget.
Before I tell you about the freak accident that just happened.
Yeah.
Let's get on to more important details.
Yeah. So the 26th, all right? I just get up. No, 25th. That's right. You got me all fucked up now. So 25th comes, right? I'm getting off of work. I'm waiting for him to pick me up because I don't have a fucking car. Yeah, it was a nice car too. It was a Pontiac. It was a 2006 Pontiac G6.
Like a G6.
Yeah, exactly. Except not like my G6. My G6 got fucked up.
Now we're fucked up like his G6.
Yeah, exactly like what he said. So anyway, you picked me up, and we were starting to head down. And the theater we were going to was in Owings Mills.
So we were already pushed. I was pushing like 70 or 80 just to get down there. And I remember when you typed in the address, we passed by the entrance to the one we usually go to, and I was like, oh, I guess he says this is where it is, so I'll just follow here. We're already running late, but we get to the theater by 10.
And I'm like, okay, cool. Why is the theater different?
Yeah, say this theater looks a little different, and why does it look closed?
Yeah, and then I called Dad, and I'm like, hey, I think I put in the wrong address. He was not happy.
Dude, like, because he had the tickets, right?
Yeah, he had the tickets, so he couldn't. It's not like he couldn't even went in without us. So like, I was like, fuck. So we were going down. Somehow God hated us that day, and there was construction.
So much traffic. Oh my god, dude.
There was some sort of construction going on, so we were like, fuck.
There was like 6 lanes of traffic. And then it started going like this because of all the cones. And then I was like, son of a bitch, dude. Next thing you know, it's like 10:20.
Yeah.
And we're still
like luckily, trailers are going out at this point because they're going for about 30 minutes. So I was like, all right, we're currently hitting trailers right now. So when I get started at 10, we're hitting trailers. We should be good.
I was almost, dude. I felt so bad. I was like, dude, just tell him to go without us. Like, I'll pay you. I'll cover the next one.
Yeah, so you said you were going with the girl. Does your girlfriend even know we went?
Yeah, she knows.
Okay, I was just saying, okay, so she's gonna find out eventually here. So yeah, so it's like, okay, because he was going with his girlfriend like the next day. And I was like, all right, if I have to, I'll tag it along with you guys and they can just go without us. Or we'll miss like the first
figure it out, dude. But yeah, we still had like 5 minutes left. And it was 10:20, and the movie was said it started at 10. So I was like, "Fuck, dude!" But as soon as that traffic left, I was fucking.
Yeah, like what? It didn't help that you were almost out of gas. So it was like,
I forgot it, dude. I was running on fumes, dude.
Like we were running on fumes. Time was not on our side. It was like, well,
and that's not even get started. How we tried to fill up. You remember when we tried to fill up afterward?
Oh yeah,
that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Maybe we'll do another video on that. Well, yeah, so movie's good, by the way. Fucking loved it, man.
I remember thinking it's not like the other Deadpools almost at all.
Yeah.
But like I mean that in a good way. Like I don't mean that in a way.
I hate to interrupt, but by the way, we have like a little over 10 minutes. So
it's fine.
We'll probably do a video, like a separate video on this one day.
If we go a little over, I don't mind.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, oh my god, what was I? Oh yeah,
you're at like it's like
it's not like the other Deadpools, but I mean that in a good way. Like it's still very good, and you should go see it.
Yeah, or get it on digital. I don't even. I think it's still in theaters, but like whenever it hits digital on October 1st, I believe.
Check it out.
Yeah, please.
Well, and then after I was like, all right, I don't have enough gas to get us home.
Yeah.
So we go this kind of sketchy gas station. And I put in my card, and I don't remember exactly what happens, but it's basically like, nah.
Yeah, what made it even funnier was my fucking boss was there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so for the movie, it was me, him, my dad, and my boss that I work at my job with. Well, I will not say his name because I don't think he wants his name public.
Yeah, no, I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't think he really minds. Or he might mind, I don't know.
Well, if you say it, I'll just bleep it. I still got to edit all this, so you just...
Okay, yeah.
But anyway, his boss was there, basically watching me fumble through these fucking gas things. And it would suck, because usually what ended up being the problem is, I don't know if you guys know how bank work. We have those three accounts. You have the spend, the reserve, and the growth, or whatever the fuck it's called now. And I had, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just put little bits in my spend and then put the rest in savings and whatever.
Yeah.
So I had spent the rest of my spending for those 2 weeks. So I just had to move some money over. But I didn't know that at the time. So I was putting in this card, and usually if you don't have any money on the card to spend, it just doesn't accept it. It says your card was declined. For some reason, with this gas station, I'd put the card in, and it would say like, all right, cool, lift the nozzle. It's like, great, lift the nozzle. I put it in. I'd go to press it, and it would just go, nope. And I'm like trying to like fiddle with the fucking nozzle and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, fuck this. So I go to another one. Same thing happens. What the fuck is going on? Your boss is telling me like, hey, you might want to check in, make sure they're not scamming you.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. So I pull up and then I'm like, all right, let's see. So I look at I have the online app. I go on the lab and to make sure no money was taken out. And then I find out, I was like, oh, I have no fucking money in my spend. So I move over like a couple $100, or that was 100. I move over $100.
Yeah.
I go back to do one of the pumps, and the pump just says card declined because I used it too much.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck you, dude. So now on fumes, I'm trying to find the next closest thing. We end up finding a Sunoco, was it?
Sunco, I believe it's called.
That's right. I don't know why I said Sunoco. Sunco, sorry.
Yeah.
This is another sketchy looking place. I go in to take a Waz, which had a surprisingly nice bathroom for a kind of crummy looking place. Surprisingly clean bathroom. Smelled good too. I was impressed. It was impressive. It was an impressive bathroom for a very shitty gas station. That's all I'm gonna say. I come back out and I had done like the pump and I figured it would automatically stop. I get out there, it's still pumping. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, was I that low? So I'm sitting there, and eventually enough time has passed. I'm looking at the gas thing. It says I'm dropping $80 on like 25 or 26 gallons of gas.
Well, at this point in time, of what the gas.
Well,
is so
I only
fucking
have
expensive.
a 25. Well, not even. I only had a 25 gallon tank.
Yeah.
So it's like, why is it saying I'm getting more than 25 gallons? And that's immediately when I look and the shit's like almost leaking out. I'm like, fuck. So I stop. So I'm like, dude, I've probably been full for the last like 5 minutes. But now I'm like, oh, dude, so I was pissed. So I just moved over $100 and it's already gone. And I put it back on, and it's like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I think I drop you off and I head home. And I'm like, fuck this. Like, thank God the movie was great because fuck this.
Yeah.
Dude.
So, by the way, the movie was really good. 10 out of 10 would 11 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Very good movie.
It did make the night worth it despite
Yes.
all the clusterfuck that was that night.
I mean, he's kind of Deadpool the character, right? He's like clusterfuck the character or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Either way, that was the night.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, if you can't tell, he's reminiscing about that. I don't think he's overly happy right now.
it was not a great night.
Except for the movie. The movie was a great.
No, the movie was a great night. Like I
Yeah.
said, the movie is I'm
Yeah.
gonna talk about we only have about 5 minutes left, so I'm gonna try to talk about one more story of what happened in the last few months that I think you'll enjoy. So I don't know if you guys know this. For me, I don't like a whole lot of loud noise. I don't like a whole lot of people, and I don't like going to like bars and nightclubs. It's not my scene.
This is the one you told me, right? The one where
It's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit overwhelming for me, right? When I think of a lot of people and loud noises, I think of like war or Vietnam. So when I go to those situations, I'm like,
for Vietnam.
I'm uncomfortable because I'm like, what's going on here?
Loud noises equals Vietnam.
Exactly. This is normal people stuff, Jameson. I'm not the minority here. She takes me.
No, when I don't think Vietnam. I actually think World War II or the Civil War.
I actually got some family in World War II.
That does not surprise me,
But
somehow it does not.
we're getting sidetracked.
Yes, we are getting sidetracked. Tell your fucking story.
It's this place. It's called Down Under because it's in like a basement.
Okay, so you told me this one already.
And so my girlfriend was like, "Come out with me and my friends. Like get out of your comfort zone, please." I was like, "I don't want to. I had a hard day at work. Why?"
So is this still when you're working at the landscape place?
Yeah,
Okay.
this was the weekend before I quit.
Ah,
So
that's right. Yeah, because when you told me this afterwards, like the next day you quit.
next day I
Yeah.
went to your restaurant and was begging you to get me out of working there.
Yeah. So, by the way, this was how he did it. I don't want to work. Please get me out. Like that was how he did it.
Sure, that's how I did it.
Well, didn't your girlfriend have to jokingly like pry you off of me?
It's true. I did not want to work the next day because they had us working weekends too. So I was like, fuck.
Except for Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was like 12-hour work days. So I was working from 6:30 to 6:30. But I digress. So she's taking me out. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. We go down there, and this place is a shithole. And I'm not even scared to say it because everyone that goes there also thinks it's a shithole. They sell you these just terrible, watered down, cheap drinks, and there's stains.
Speaking of drinks,
The floors are sticky. It smells like a mix between a urinal cake and an armpit. And the TVs don't work. The playlist was all right when I went there, but
what were they playing?
just your average, like,
Bar
typical,
shit.
like just like, oh.
Well, for average shit for you is like bad music for me because most restaurants that I work at, it's either not the one I work at, but like the two places I worked at before play country, and I fucking despise country.
It's none of that bitch ass country
Okay,
music.
good.
It was more like kind of dancey hip hop trap music, like with the 808s and the like
Yeah.
not necessarily music you'd listen to, but like music that you could theoretically get down to if you needed to. But anyway, this place was a shithole, and I saw some people that I hadn't seen in a while, so it was good to talk to them and catch up. But at one point, so I used to be a pretty solid dancer. I learned the basics, and just didn't progress from there. So I have solid rhythm, but I don't have good moves. But I think all you need is good rhythm.
Yeah.
You got good rhythm, you can do whatever. So they're like, oh, you got to get on the dance floor, do some of those wacky moves. I go there, and this shit, they're like shoulder to shoulder, and just going like, yeah, I'm like, shit was a nightmare.
I don't think I was.
Everybody was sweating. They're like, I'm like,
you sound like Nicolas Cage when he's with his wife.
shit is. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, I look at my girlfriend, I'm like, I'm leaving. You can either come with or not. I'm done. I'm so mad that when we leave, I'm walking the wrong way. Like I'm going on a tangent. I'm like, fuck this way. She's like, where are you going? I was like, back to the car. She's like, it's back that way. I was like, fuck. And I turned around. I was so mad. I was like, we're never doing that. Shit was awful. Why of all the bars take me to that one? That place was a shithole. And for like 3 days, I forgot the name of it. I just kept calling it shithole. But yeah, and I'm not even upset to say it. If they have a problem with me saying it, I don't care. I don't care. It's awful. Clean your place, dude. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever. But yeah, we digress. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We're hoping to get back into this. And yeah, get some new content out there.
Yeah, hopefully we can do revisiting.
Yeah, finally get that out.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
See ya.